Hello, my name is Katie Brennan and I'm an actress and a singer and I do a lot of work in Cabaret, which is what I'm going to talk to you about today. So I started doing Cabaret work in about 2012 after doing a few gigs here and there at various different cabaret lineups, and quickly found that I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed being myself on stage as opposed to being a character, and getting to sing a load of songs that I wouldn't necessarily get a chance to sing anywhere else. And yeah, so after doing a few gigs here and there, I then put on my first full-length show, which was called Song of the Single Girl, and it was all about what it's like to be a modern singleton, really. And that was really good, and we did it at the Alley Cat and at the Union Theatre and a few other places. And the response to it and the feedback that we had was so brilliant that then last year we did a new show, which was called Katie Brennan's Quarter Life Crisis. And it was all about being in your 20s and feeling a bit lost and not really understanding how to be a grown-up, really. Something I'm sure many 20-somethings can relate to. But yeah, that was really cool. And we did that at the Alley Cat as well, then at St James Theatre. Then we got picked up by a producer who then took us up to do a full month at the Edinburgh Fringe, which we've just finished, which was brilliant. So my advice for people wanting to do a bit of cabaret would be firstly to find someone that you have really, really good creative chemistry with. I do all my cabaret work with a wonderful composer and pianist called Joseph Atkins. I don't play myself, but we write the shows together. He writes music for me, writes songs for me, arranges songs, puts together medleys and mashups. So all the work that we do really, really suits me and us, and is really perfect for the structure of the show that we're doing, which I'll talk about a bit later. So it's really important to find someone that you work really well with and that you can bounce ideas off each other and not get precious about the work. So that would be my number one tip. My second tip would be to just see as much as you can. There's so much going on in the cabaret world at the moment, and concerts and gigs and lineups everywhere. So yeah, just really kind of see as much as you can to get a feel of how a solo show works and how the ebb and flow of it needs to go. So thirdly, structurally, it's really important to get the right balance. When you're writing a show, I always think to start with why you're writing it. Rather than just ending up doing a show of songs that you like to sing, there should be a why you want to sing these songs and tell the story that you're trying to tell. I think a theme always really works with a cabaret, or a narrative that you can weave songs in and out of. It just helps to give it a bit of focus for both you and the audience. And structurally, you really need to find the right balance between up-tempo and ballads. There is nothing worse than sitting through an entire evening of ballads. And the same with funny stuff as well. It needs to be broken up with a couple of ballads here and there. So I would say just get the right mix of stuff for the evening, for the vibe of it that you want. Yeah, I think that's kind of all my hints and tips for cabaret. It's always really good to kind of get guests on as well, if you can, if you've got other friends that you can work with and duet with, to break it up a bit, and just so the audience doesn't get completely sick of you, basically. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Katie_Brennan, or you can follow my blog online at www.bloodyhellbrennan.com.